Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Raging Ricky here again. I got a question for you. Is it me, or do you feel like government thinks that we're absolutely stupid? What I'm talking about is a super committee that has taken over the responsibilities of our Congress. They're supposed to come in and over the next, between now and November 23rd, they're going to come up with a cut of $1.2 trillion out of the budget over the next 10 years. Now let me explain to you something. Cutting $1.2 trillion out of the budget over the next 10 years, when it is predicted that the budget deficit for each year will be at least $1 trillion, is absolute insanity. How can you amortize $1.2 trillion over 10 years, which, if my math is right, is $120 billion a year that they're going to cut out of a budget, which I'm going to get to in a minute, and then still understand that you're going to have a $1.2 trillion deficit each year. Cutting that $1.2 trillion out of a budget, or the budget in general, let me tell you how a budget works in government. Let's say your wife wants to go out and she wants to buy a nice dress and a pair of shoes, and it's $500. She comes back to you and she says, "Honey, I saw this nice dress and a pair of shoes and it's only $850. And you raise all kinds of heck and everything. You get the heck out of here. You're not spending $850 on a pair of shoes and a dress." So then she gets all sad and everything. She comes back the next week and she says, "Honey, it's on sale. I can get it for $600. Well, now you feel like she's really trying to understand the money woes, and you'll say, "Okay, go ahead and get it for $600. What she just did is she duped you. She got the dress and the shoes for $500 and pocketed the extra $100. That's what government does. When they need money, they don't tell you what is actually needed to be spent. They give you a fictitious number. That's why they don't have zero-based budgeting. You know what cutting $1.2 trillion out of the budget is equivalent to? It's like standing at the ocean on the beach, pissing into the ocean, and standing back and expecting the tide to rise. That's how ineffectual $1.2 trillion over 10 years is. And you know what? You got two choices. You can sit back and do nothing and let them treat us like we're stupid and do nothing, or realize that what they're doing is they're destroying this country for our children and our grandchildren. This is Raging Ricky signing out. Till next week.